That was a lot of information to take in 27 minutes. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Big Mouth, Season 5, Episode 9.
Sugarbush was the name of the resort. But also...
the Birches were going on vacation. And Leah was bringing Val. And Nick was bringing Andrew. And this was... Leah was going to lose her virginity. She's going to have sex with Val, which, I don't know, I kind of feel like we've already been there, but...
She hasn't had sex before.
Well, not that we'd seen, but I feel like we're a little bit retconning Leah.
Maybe a little.
But
I liked it. I think it wasn't quite as good as when Jay was fingering Lola. The metaphor.
Well, no.
But it was fun.
I did like the metaphor of the ice skating though, because she was figure skating and he was playing hockey.
Yeah.
And that felt right.
That's correct.
And it was interesting having the first time perspective from the female point of view, vantage point. And they got there. They got there after 3.
That was kind of okay.
Because she was like, ooh, do you want to try skating backwards? And he was like, nope, time for the lift.
Yeah,
and she was like, oh, okay. We also, I don't know that we've met her before, but Leah's hormone monster is Bonnie, which is short for Bonrad.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
His Connie's twin sister.
Yeah. With a sensible bob.
Yep. I liked her. She was fun.
And then we did get, you told me about this earlier, but we did get the beanie baby. It was a baby Beanie Feldstein beanie baby.
Yeah.
And Bonnie likes hot tubs where Connie likes bubble baths.
Yeah.
So I also was right in sensing that there was problems brewing in Diane and Elliot's.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was easily handled, but Diane was really having a hard time with Leah having sex, and Elliot was doing his normal everything's fine thing,
which I think is fair.
Yeah.
I think that you can have every intention on handling something a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
Being very sort of pro sex, pro all this that, and then kind of
oh, no. But not when it's my kid.
Well, he was also Elliot. I don't have patience for Elliot. He was making it too easy.
Yeah.
My parents had more of a don't ask, don't tell policy where it was and this was more so, this is more so for when we were partying and drinking and stuff, where mom was just pretend you're not doing it.
Pretend to be discreet.
But put in a little bit of effort into not being and then I'll look the other way type of a thing, which I think is all around. You need the trust. You need the infrastructure there in the family. But I think if it's there, that's the best. Healthy Protestant middle, not full guilt or shame, but also not too open.
I also liked that we sort of are maybe seeing that there are actually some hidden depths to Val that I liked. He was shockingly sensitive.
Those Bilzerian.
Yeah, and he was it was his first time too. I liked it. I'm interested. Because I was thinking he was going to be a full dirtbag. Yeah,
I mean, I guess there's time, but
oh, there was no Jessie in this episode. I just realized.
Or Missy.
Yeah, or Missy. Missy's still down her hate spiral though a little. So and so is Nick.
So is Nick.
I tell you.
I get it. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's a real double down place.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, that sucks to be the odd man out on your own
family vacation. Because Andrew found Kristen Shaw, Bernie Sanders.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And when they did it, I was like, how'd they do that? Because the introducer was Bernadette Sanders, to which I imagine you were like, here we go.
No, actually, it took me a couple too. And then I was like, oh, yeah.
But and they really hit it off. And they both got to touch boobs in between breaks and incessant diarrhea.
Yeah, wow.
You're at your saturation point with this show.
I'm glad we have only one left. I still love this show. I think it's great, but I mean, this season has been very angry in a way that previous seasons have not been so consistently angry, and that is wearing on me.
For starters, you started with season 2, and then we went around and then watched season 1, and we were doing it for our own
just for
our own leisure.
Yeah.
And so we weren't having to process and report back, number one. And number two, we just got to it when we got to it. Now, we did end up binging it relatively quickly, but it was more of a, 3 episodes here, 4 episodes there type of thing.
Also, I kind of can't overstate how incredible I thought season 4 was. Like, the camp season, I think so far has been my favorite season. And so I don't think this is necessarily a downgrade, but it is.
The consensus is that this is good. This is one of the better.
Really? Because that's not what I've been seeing.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a consensus I saw.
Interesting. I don't think this is bad, but it is angrier. And I think it's just dealing with a different emotion, a different part of, adolescence.
Well, because shame was a big menace in season 2 and depression was very in season 3 and all of that. Yeah. So I think it goes with the love bugs and then the hate worms.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think that it's inconsistent except for that Christmas episode, but it's just not entirely my favorite. Like, this is not the emotion I want to spend time with. I like them much more when they're awkward and with the shame monster and the depression kitty. Those are a lot more
your speed
interesting to me than anger. Because for me, there's anger is so often, there's no reason. It's out of reason. You're angry and you don't know why. And I guess that's important. And I do like that we're getting that from Nick, but there's not a huge moral to be told. It's not you shouldn't feel shame for what you're doing because it's actually natural. And depression is a thing that exists, but you can work around it.
I like that they're focusing on the isolation because a lot of times when you are this angry and it's coming from
it consumes you
and from not having a connection where it's of course he's not angry that his friend is getting some.
Yeah.
It's not as simple as my friend's getting some and I'm not. It's the isolation and the sort of spiraling.
Well, and this is not an isolated
incident. He could just connect with some of these people. Yeah. So Lola is a sex offender and sort of proud of it.
She's a child. I don't think children can get on the registry. She would be in therapy and probably sent off somewhere, but she is shockingly really proud of it.
Which might be in the cards, which might be.
Yeah. She also, I liked the moment where she was told Jay that she was like, I bet you want to throttle me. And he was like, no, I don't want to do anything to you anymore. And that's an important moment for Jay because he's been in all of these sick, toxic situations. And for him finally to be like, no, I feel nothing about you. You're nothing anymore. I think that's important.
We also have Jay and Matthew's story. I love it so much.
It's so cute.
It is the most #relatable.
Yeah. I did not love Jay butt banging that futon.
We went gross is a frequent factor on this show.
Yeah.
The sex and the gross are bedfellows. Yeah. But I found, from my personal taste, the balance to be off.
In this episode?
Yeah.
Oh. Just because of that?
Oh, there was several things. Okay. Why does Jay's dick have to look like a bruised yam?
Yeah.
Can it just look like a yam?
Sure.
You know what I mean? There was just a handful of things where I was just sort of
yeah.
But no, I really like it. I like that Matthew finally got his engine running.
Yeah.
Because that was always an issue with Aiden. And I had forgotten that Matthew's dad was strangely
more accepting than the mom.
Yeah.
Where did he get those 4 other siblings? I thought he just had one little sister.
He had a little sister. Matthew's family makes me uncomfortable in a Euphoria place. I don't know that they've given us no reason to believe that there's some, I don't know. It just, I'm in
are you in a place where you're like, Matthew's dad is also fucking Jay?
I don't know. I'm just I'm in a constant state of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Okay. And maybe it's just my own personal anxiety.
Maybe. Well, it's when we watched Moonlight and I was just waiting for one of them to get stabbed the entire time.
Or even, I remember being, Call Me By Your Name. Yeah. And you were like, nothing bad happens. And I was like, but I think now's when it does, though. And you were like, no.
It's a beautiful love story.
Yeah, but it seems to be Jay was having a very hard time comprehending that anyone would actually just like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's at his 3rd semi-permanent or 3rd home
Yeah, he has like crashed in, not the Glaubermans. He hasn't crashed at the Glaubermans, but he has crashed at Nick's and now Matthew.
Glauberman, father. I can't think of his name.
Oh, I don't ever remember. It's Richard Kind.
It's Bernie though, right?
Kind. Oh, come on.
Marty.
Yeah.
Marty wouldn't stand for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really concerned for the avalanche at first because it had buried all of them, the half of which were nude.
Yeah.
But it was, it's totally
a cartoon avalanche. It's nothing. Oh, and Judd pulled Nick out because he was like, I'm going to sleep in the woods. And he pulled him out
but he was
of the
like,
avalanche.
You die when I say you can die.
That was amazing, too. I liked that a lot. I kind of love Judd.
I was going to say Jesse over here.
I know. I sort of hate myself.
So, okay, well, we're going to go watch the finale and then sit on this for a year until we do it again.
Yeah. Bye.